Okay, our audio is live. And then I'm gonna mess around with this.
The Odyssey.
Because the problem with this camera is that it only takes video for 12 minutes at a time, which is super annoying.
Get Patreon up and
yeah. Once I actually learn how to record stuff, not record stuff. I know how to record stuff. I don't know how to edit stuff.
right.
I'm still learning that part. Okay, I'm gonna move out of this way. And
Film locations.
here's your water bottle. All right.
And that's the mic we're all going to be using, the one that's sitting there.
We're going to use a combination of all three. So far, this one has been the most reliable.
Wow.
This one is going to record our conversation and video. So this, essentially, this is a good point to jump in. Essentially, Erik and I have been experimenting with low technical ways to record ourselves and make the podcast presentable in a way that doesn't get so technical that it overwhelms me.
It's also coming at a 0 point cost.
Yes, and also with, zero cost is also an important factor. So we have already some sunk costs here that we've either gotten from previous projects or school or other things. So we have that, but we're starting in August. We're not allowed to spend any money on the podcast that we don't make from the podcast.
Exactly.
Yeah, no more, ergo, use of the library and iPad.
Prior accumulated technology.
Yes. And that hopefully forces us, instead of being lazy and using someone else, to actually put us in a position where we're incentivized to learn new skills.
Mm-hmm.
That reminds me, I need to respond to AJ, which it's funny because whenever we get filming and stuff, we'll talk about something and then I'll want to do it right away. It's like, no, we gotta wait.
Yeah.
But yes, AJ, I will get back to you.
Yes.
Today.
Hell yeah. So today, folks at home, our guest is Mo Asani. Mo, if you could introduce yourself, tell us who you are, a little bit about yourself, and what brought you into the podcast today.
Hey, thanks for having me, Raiden and Erik. It's good to be here. Yeah, my name's Mo. I grew up mostly in the Middle East, between Saudi and the Emirates. I'm originally Moroccan, and I moved to Canada when I was 18, roughly 7 years ago. So a pretty international life that I've lived. I've worked mostly in the fields of business. That's what I studied. I've always been pretty business-minded, although I haven't started a business yet, which is a little crazy to say, considering the preamble there. Hopefully soon. We'll see. But yeah, that's a bit about my background. And I figured it was finally time to head west and see what the Rockies are all about. And it was the perfect opportunity, given that my old friend Raiden is now here on an indefinite basis. He was kind enough to show me around and to have me over on this podcast.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. You go.
Me? Okay. Okay, so Mo, how did, when I first asked you to be on the podcast, well, first of all, what was the first podcast of ours that you listened to? Or have you even listened to?
I don't even remember the number of the episode, but I think it must have been number 16, perhaps.
Okay.
It would have been shortly after you and I had spoken. It would have been the last one that was posted as of August, I think. It would have been 16, I think. Yeah.
Like this May? Or this August?
Yes.
Okay, this August. Okay, yeah, so that would have been 16. That would have been probably one of our ones that we recorded that I posted from, I guess that would have been
last week?
The 2024 era. Before, just right...
Wait, what?
No, this one would have been, because I posted, there was the ones that we've recorded, but then there's also been ones...
The ones we banked?
That we banked, yeah. And I posted 2 that we had banked. So one was, I think, originally from 2023. Do you remember what the topic of conversation was in the podcast that you listened to?
Oh man, there was a lot. You guys talked a fair bit about politics. You eventually got into interprovincial trade.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of those where you got into the weeds about the country and a number of different things. It was,
In Saskatchewan.
yeah,
episodes. Oh, the one that we talked
looking
about
at it right
Saskatchewan.
now.
Okay.
Politics, Saskatchewan, and car problems.
Yeah. Oh, the car
That
problems.
was episode
one.
16. That was August 18th.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was a good one. That wasn't a flashback one. That was.
That's why I was a little confused.
Yeah. Yeah. Saskatchewan got my baseball stuff broken and stolen. That's too bad.
That would suck.
But
And then you get a bunch of
if you want to learn about that story, listeners, go back and listen to episode 16. This one's about Mo.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you listened to that one, and what did you think? And what did you think when you learned that I was a part of a podcast?
I didn't think much of it. I mean, I listened to it. I figured, Raiden is a good talker. It makes sense why he would start a podcast. He can talk about just about any topics
Yeah.
in rapid succession. You can go from one topic to a completely different one without much of a need for a transition. So, when I listened to it, it was just about exactly what I expected. Conversation that flowed well, an enjoyable level of seriousness, not too serious,
Yeah.
but just serious enough that you would probably learn something from every episode. And it's a good one to kick back and listen to without having to focus too much on it, because it's still somewhat casual.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good balance of some background audio.
Wow, that was
Hell yeah.
one of the nicest things I've ever heard.
That was a that's a good review.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mo.
Being honest,
Yeah.
of course.
And what was the thought? Because when did I first proposition you to come on the podcast? Was that did I ask you over the phone, or did I ask you when you were here?
You asked me when I was here,
Okay.
just a couple days ago.
Okay. What thoughts came to your mind when I asked you to be on the podcast?
Well, I was a little taken aback by it. I had never been invited to something of this sort, but pretty honored, that you think I'm worthy of an episode.
Of course I did.
Yeah.
And okay, yeah. Do you have some?
Yeah, just to change direction here a little bit. So you've been in Canada for 7 years now, going on to 8.
Yeah.
What has that experience been like for you, I guess? In terms of moving here, kind of, how much has your lifestyle changed at all? Like, what was that like?
Oof, lots of novelty. I'd never been on this continent before moving here.
Mm-hmm.
And I moved here when I was 18, and it was a rather different culture to the one that I was used to in Morocco and the UAE, which is where I spent most of my life prior. And there was lots to learn. I had a few discussions about this with Raiden in the past. The social aspect is very different. There's a very implicit communication style that people adopt here. People don't speak their minds as explicitly as they do overseas, which is what I'm used to. So it took a lot of getting used to properly integrate socially and understand people and start to learn how they operate and build relationships and that sort of thing. I think that was the biggest hurdle that I had to overcome. Otherwise, obviously the winter was a tough thing to adjust to, being it.
You stuck
Yeah, I'm still adjusting to it as well.
There you go. It's not something you really get used to, it seems. But yeah, I'm used to countries where it's desert and you either have constant weather. It's anywhere between 15 and 25 in Morocco, or in Dubai where it goes up to the 40s and 50 degrees. That's the kind of weather that I grew up in. So you can imagine coming here to Ottawa of all places, which has some of the harshest colds, how that must have felt. But I mean, you think of an 18-year-old who's moving to a place where he knows virtually nobody in a different culture. There's a lot to overcome, a lot to learn, but I'm grateful for it. Grateful for all the difficulties that taught me a bunch of lessons. And this is a pretty good place. I mean, a lot of people want to come here for a number of reasons. It's pretty obvious that this place works. It's pretty safe. It's got a decent amount of opportunity. And I don't regret it one bit.
I like to hear that.
Oh,
So you say that the communication style was a bit different.
Mm-hmm.
What can you expand on that a little bit? How did you first I guess what I'm trying to say. How did you first kind of interact with that, and how did you adapt?
Took a lot of introspection.
Yeah.
And it took some friends that were willing to tell me some of the things that I wasn't noticing. So I can't think of any examples in particular, but there would be certain messages that were communicated between the lines, and I'd have a friend of mine take me aside and say, hey, did you notice that this was going on? Did you notice that was being communicated to you or to the group? And it was through interactions like these, through trying to start relationships with, whether they're professional or friendly or otherwise, and them going sideways and me not understanding why, and having to do a little bit of post-mortem, some introspection and some analysis and some research, obviously, because there's a ton of stuff on YouTube about how to properly integrate socially in different places. So it took some work, took a number of years, but I'd say I made a decent amount of progress over time.
Hell yeah.
What YouTube videos are there on? I don't think I've ever even thought to Google that.
Yeah.
Or search that. Well, who's the best? Like, what's the best YouTuber to watch on how to integrate? Would it be what would you be searching in there? Like integrating into Canadian culture, or Ottawa culture, or like North American work culture, or?
Well, most of the content online is based on North American culture, so that was pretty easy to find. I think there was a podcast that I stumbled upon on YouTube when I was looking for one in my self-help phase. That's called Art of Manliness, and it seems to cover just about everything in life that you would hope your parents would teach you. But obviously, they can't do it all, so you're going to have to do some study yourself. And Art of Manliness was one of those channels that taught you how to navigate difficulties in just about every area of life. And it has a whole section. There's a whole section. It's a blog and a podcast, but in the blog there's a whole section that talks about being social. And there's a number of articles that are written on there, and that was a good start. There's a bunch of other ones. I can't really name every creator that I stumbled upon, but they're probably not all as big as Art of Manliness, but there's a ton of content online these days to learn just about anything you want.
Yep.
And with the way that society is shifting towards more of a lonely, individualistic thing, I think there's a big demand for it, and people are catching on to that, and that's where the whole self-help boom kind of came from. So if there's anyone out there that's struggling socially or otherwise, just do some research. Basically, open a book.
Yeah. We did 12 minutes. Cool. That's And who? Okay, tell me more about this friend that took the time to teach you these skills. You don't have to name them, but what were some of the notable things that he pointed out to you that was like, oh, I'm noticing that you're doing this, and it might be causing this.
It's hard to find an exact example. This friend of mine had grown up. He's spent his whole life in Ottawa. He was very familiar with the culture, obviously, and he was as much of an extrovert as anyone I'd ever met. And we'd go to networking events together because we were in the same university. We were in the business school, and we'd time those at the same time, and we'd sometimes go to the same booth together and have a conversation with whoever was representing a company. And he'd say, I don't know, you didn't market yourself as well as you could have to that recruiter or something like that. And he'd break down the little things can't recall exactly what it was, but
Yeah.
essentially
They're very like subtle things
Yeah.
too, right?
yeah. But what he did was, it's not so much what he said, it's the fact that he made me look into what I hadn't really considered I was lacking, which is body language, reading between the lines, those sort of things. He kind of ignited my desire to really dig deep into that.
That's cool. And what was that? Did you meet that person in your first year of university there?
I did, luckily.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much time was there between you arriving and meeting that person?
Very quick. It was actually my first week of class. We had a math class together,
Okay.
and we started chatting. He happened to sit right next to me, and we hit it off immediately.
That's awesome.
So when you came, so were you in the UAE or in Morocco when you flew to Ottawa?
I was in
the
the
first
UAE.
time. Okay.
Yeah.
What was the flight path?
It was a flight to Toronto, and then to Ottawa.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
From Abu Dhabi.
from Abu Dhabi. Okay. And were you living in residence, or was it a off-campus student housing kind of thing, or
It was an off-campus student housing, so about a 15-minute walk away from campus.
That's not bad.
That was my
roommates
first
or
year.
by yourself?
Roommates. I had a roommate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was he from abroad as well too, or was he a Canadian guy?
He was from abroad as well. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
He came from China.
Okay. Okay. Had he been to Canada before?
I don't think so. I don't recall him mentioning any trips to Canada before then, which would make sense, given just my interactions with him. He didn't seem to be someone that was very familiar with Western culture.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was that first like the settling in period like in a totally new country? I remember like I don't know if I told you this story, but like I went to Botswana for 2 months in the third year of university, and when I landed the first night, I cried. I broke down and cried because I was like, "This is the furthest away from home I've ever lived or I've ever been."
Yeah.
And I was homesick, and I had a great experience, and I learned a lot and look back really fondly on that experience. But I felt like really really homesick and kind of a little nervous and scared at the same time. So I'm just kind of curious.
Sure.
What were some of the emotions and kind of things going on with you at that period?
Well, luckily I'd gotten used to packing up and moving to a different place to live a couple of times growing up, from Saudi to Dubai and then Morocco and then back to Dubai. And I'm pretty fortunate that my parents were big fans of traveling, wanted to travel quite a bit and show their kids the world. So we went to, I think at this point I've been to over 20 countries.
Oh, whoa.
So
Holy shit.
yeah, adapting to different cultures, at least on the short term, is something I'd done many times before. So I'd gotten a pretty good initiation to that side of things. But obviously, you go to a new place, you don't really know much when you're 18. You're learning how to become an adult, all the while adapting to a different culture, all the while, studying, trying to find work, trying to advance in your career, all these different things that are happening at the same time. And it's very busy, it's pretty lonely as well at the start. So it's a brutal initiation into adulthood. Although there are much more difficult places to integrate than in Canada. I mean, this is, one of the countries where probably more cultures are represented than most.
Yeah.
So it's a very open, welcoming culture to different cultures. So it could have been much, much worse had it been in a different country. So I'm glad I came here, and it was
It was still a bit
It was
challenging.
it was definitely a bit challenging. Yeah, a fair bit of loneliness, a fair bit of not knowing what the hell you're doing in the first couple of years, just winging it, and learning as you go, which is very valuable.
100%. Okay. And okay, so you got to Ottawa, and was this friend that you made, were they kind of like the first person that you got close to? Or was it your roommate? Or who was like the first person that you like, this is my friend?
I would say he was the one. Yeah. He's definitely the one that I spent the most time with. We'd go and have lunch together a lot of the time. We'd talk about different projects that we were working on, different ambitions. We'd try to coordinate classes together, work in group and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So he was definitely my first close friendship that I had in Canada. Luckily, a few more. I did bond with a few people that came from the same place as me. Some folks in my res in first year, and then eventually some other people that I kept seeing over and over again in my classes because they had taken the same program as me. And from there we went.
And so when did you two meet?
Mo, I want to hear your side of the story first about you meeting me, and then I'll tell him how I came to meet Mo. Yeah.
It was an interesting coincidence. We, I believe, were first introduced through a mutual friend. Not exactly introduced, but I heard about Raiden before I met him through a friend who lived in the same building as Raiden. And this friend of mine told me that, he's got this person that he knows that's coming from Calgary, and he's applying to join your company, so the company that I used to work for at the time. And eventually Raiden was successful. He joined the company. He got the job, and we met at the office. Oh, well, actually, no, we didn't meet at the office. We first met at a pub because he wanted a initiation to.
Yeah, I wanted to know what to say in the interview.
Yeah. Oh, right. That was before the interview. Right. It was before the interview, so I obviously take full credit for you getting the job because, man, I gave you a master class, told you about everyone in the company, told you how things work over there, and he aced the interview. No, he always aces interviews for sure. I mean, just the way he talks to people, I can see why he could sell himself very well. But we met at a pub.
Tell me more.
I am awesome.
Yeah. I'm incredibly humble as well too. Yeah. Sorry, I interrupted.
You'll have to wait a bit more for more. I'm gonna have to. I don't want your head to get too big, Raiden. So
Yeah.
Just take a break and focus
poke some holes in it as well too.
On the subject matter here.
Yeah.
Which is how we met. Yeah, but we met at a pub. Spoke for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. It was a conversation that went a lot deeper than I expected, but it's what happens when you talk to Raiden, I guess. It doesn't matter how familiar you are with him, you're just going to go down a rabbit hole of conversation that you don't want to get out of. And then we worked in the same office, within the same department, because I was in sales and he joined the sales team as well. And quite a few in-person interactions after that, whether in the office or out of the office, I guess. And
the rest is history.
The rest is history. There you go.
It's cool.
Yeah, I met Mo because I was looking for work, and I had mentioned to the mutual friend that Mo mentioned. He lived in our apartment building, and I had a few. I wasn't super close to this person, but I had a few like really positive interactions. I think we went for a run one time, and went over, like, hung out with him a couple times, and I said, and he asked me like what I was what I was doing. I told him I was looking for a job, and that I had been in the concrete space before. Yeah. And he's like, oh yeah, my friend, he works in does a concrete thing, and so he was like, oh okay, and I was like, yeah, I was, and I think he texted me it, but I think that was. And I'm gonna mess up the timeline, and I feel this is you're gonna have to tell me what played out here, because I wasn't really sure. So this is me coming clean a little bit as well too here. So I learned about the company from that. Yeah. And so the company had like a referral bonus. Did you get the referral bonus? I don't think so.
I did not.
Yeah. Okay. This is why, and this is why I feel very guilty about this.
I didn't even think about it until you brought it up. You owe me one.
I know. I owe you a big. I owe you a big one. but what happened was, okay, so I don't know if I knew about the company talking to Mo, or because also around the same time, I had seen that, because I'd looked at this company before, and I had seen that there was a guy, it was just like, this person who's a mutual connection of a person who I went to university with. And so I think there's a podcast episode of me talking about how, while it was happening, me about to go to the interview. So folks watching this now, you can go back and see that in real time. Little Easter egg. And I reached out to him around the same, or this guy I reached out to my mutual connection and said, oh, can you introduce me to this guy? Mm-hmm. And then around the same time that I was meeting Mo, this guy was also like, oh yeah, this is the interview, this is the thing, oh yeah, I'll refer you. And then so I was like, okay. But then that was like, it was like these things were happening in parallel. And then I went for lunch with Mo, and then Mo gave me like a ton of we had like a 2-hour conversation. So I learned a lot about like what I do.
Deep dive.
And then the other guy, I had like maybe like a 30, 45 minute conversation with just over the phone. Never met him. And then what was funny was I went into the interview, got hired. This guy, I think, was the receiver of the bonus. So I do owe you big time, because I'm not sure, because I was like, and every time I went in, I was like, hey, I would like, because we had like a Teams chat or whatever, and I'd message him. I'd be like, hey, like, we should meet up next time you're in the office. And he's like, oh yeah, for sure, I'm remote right now. And then like that happens for like the first, I don't know, like 6 months. We keep like missing each other. And then I learned he went and got a job somewhere else. I never met the guy. Like I still haven't met him in person. And so I thought that was kind of, I've always felt really guilty about that. And I'm like, oh fuck, like it's like really like Mo did probably more, but this guy I think got in before, just like under the gun. So Mo, I owe you big time.
It kept me up at night for months. I couldn't sleep.
So
we're missing on that referral bonus. No, I hadn't thought about it until you brought it up just now. Because I don't really, to this day, I don't really consider myself the person that referred you to Geotech, because obviously there were some other people involved before me and after me. All I did was sit down with you, which was cool.
Yeah. It was super helpful, I think, in me kind of being prepared for the interview as well, too. So I just wanted to say thank you for doing that, and thank you for being for this boy.
Yeah. Boys. That was my pleasure.
So I appreciate that.
Glad we crossed paths.
Yeah, and so that's how I met Mo, and then we had a super deep conversation. I think it touched on philosophy. Well, we started talking about concrete and work, but then it touched, it quickly went into philosophy. Yeah, and like theology, belief, like what it means to have purpose, and what does it mean to be a good man, a good person. I think stuff that we dive in deep here. It was really, I thought it was cool, because I thought Mo was, seemed to be self-aware. And he was just like, okay, this is what's going on. And I think it's cool to speak with self-aware people. Yeah. I felt a cool connection. And then, afterwards we, I started working, so I would see Mo more often. And then there was a couple times where the mutual friend who connected us at first, we went for a picnic with him and another group of friends, and then we went to a couple soccer games. We went to watch soccer games, because I'm not a big football watcher, but we went and watched a couple of Arsenal, I think at least one Arsenal game.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's your team, right?
That's my team. Yeah.
A couple walks. Oh, and then we had a really nice walk. We went to our sales team hit this target. So we went to a comedy night,
Oh.
and then Mo joined us, and then him and I, we walked back because we, like, in Ottawa, we lived pretty, like, maybe 2 blocks away from each other, two or 3 blocks away from each other.
Oh, that's nice.
And we went and we stopped at a Nigerian place, and we had is it jambalaya? Is that
Jollof rice.
jollof, not jambalaya?
Yeah.
Jambalaya is like shrimp. Right?
Louisiana.
Louisiana. Okay.
Yeah,
But yeah, jollof rice. Because I had heard jollof rice mentioned in the TV show Atlanta with Danny Glover, like Childish Gambino,
Yeah.
which I really love.
Great show.
But I had heard of it being like a big Nigerian dish, and I was like, I want to try that. So we tried it. And we had it was a nice dinner.
Yeah.
A nice dinner, and also a good, deep conversation about the nature of life.
If you have any Ghanaian fans, they're really pissed at you right now because that was Ghanaian jollof, and they also make jollof as well.
Oh no!
Yeah. It's
yeah.
I mean, I think Nigerian jollof is probably more known.
Yeah.
Regardless,
Yeah.
so
Well, sorry
yeah.
to all my Guyane followers.
that's what I'm here for, Ghana.
Yeah.
I got you. I know you guys make jollof as well.
Yeah. Keep the 2 white guys in check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, sorry.
Yeah. No, go for it.
Hey, I'm African. I have a reason. There's a reason why I know this stuff. I'm supposed to know this stuff.
So, you've been in 20 countries. Can you name all of them?
Let's see. North America. I've got Canada, the U.S., Mexico. Going on to Europe, I've got Portugal. Spain, the UK, France, Italy, Switzerland, Germany. What else? Morocco, obviously.
Yep.
And then moving on eastward, I've been to the Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Oman. Anything else over there? Probably not.
That's 13.
Let's see. I've been to China, Japan, Thailand, Malaysia, Hong Kong, Macau.
That's 19.
Oh, Cambodia.
20. Any more?
I think that's it. I must be missing 1 or 2.
Wild.
Are Hong Kong... Okay, maybe we won't talk about this, but I was just going to ask if Hong Kong and Macau are really their own countries, but we'll skip that topic of conversation for now.
Well, how about you?
Actually, someone told me just a brief comment about it. If we don't want to get into the weeds, but I know there's a friend of mine who did an exchange in Hong Kong and tells me that it's just about Chinese at this point because or Chinese controlled, because he saw that on most of the government buildings or any significant building, there was a Chinese flag and a Hong Kong flag, and the Chinese flag was always bigger and it always sat higher than the Hong Kong flag. So I don't know what this means. I haven't really read into it. That's as far as symbolism goes. It's not looking good for the independence of Hong Kong. Anyway, little side joke.
Yeah.
Something to reflect on. Where have I been? I've been to Canada. I've been to Quebec. No, just kidding. No, I'm just joking around. I've been to Canada, U.S., Mexico, I've been to the British Virgin Islands, but I don't know if that's a territory, a UK territory, or
Could be a territory.
or a country. I've been to the Cayman Islands. I've been to Costa Rica, Guatemala, Trinidad. Trying to think any other of those. I think that's it for the Caribbean there. And then I've been to Hong Kong. I flew through Japan. So I'm going to count it. Yeah, are these... Okay. Yeah, are we counting countries that we've just been to the airport?
No.
No.
Oh, okay. I got to take Japan back. So
When did you stop in Japan?
on my way to Hong Kong.
Makes sense.
China
Mm-hmm.
for a day. When I did a day trip when I was in Hong Kong, so that counts. Okay, sorry. Okay, what am I at? I'm at 3. Cayman Islands, Costa Rica, Guatemala, Hong Kong, Cambodia. I think that's everywhere there. So South Africa, Botswana, technically Zimbabwe, Portugal, France, Italy, Austria,
Wow.
Germany. Are we counting the Vatican City? And,
Sure.
And yeah, those are 2 easy ones. Vatican and
San Marino.
San Marino, thank you. And I think that's it. So 18. I gotta get my numbers up.
What about you, Eric?
Okay, so Canada, the US, Mexico, England, France, Norway, Sweden, Laos, Vietnam, Kenya, and Tanzania.
11. Nice. Yeah, I was talking about, I have a friend living in Kenya right now, and I want to go, and I thought, if I were to do that, I'd go to Morocco,
Mm-hmm.
go with Mo, and then go to Kenya from there. And then I had a friend that I played recently, an interesting character, who I went to high school with. I played baseball with in the baseball program I was telling you about.
Yeah.
And he's become like an endurance athlete. He's swum. I haven't talked to him in a couple of years. I just refound his Instagram more recently. And he swam the distance of the Okanogan Lake, like an endurance swim.
Length or
Length.
That's wild.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure length.
That would be really. I think it's possible, but that would be very impressive. Are you familiar with the Okanagan?
No.
So it's
I'll show you. It's big.
this humongous lake. I think technically it's a river. But
Like a river widening.
yeah.
Yeah.
And anyways, it's in the Okanagan Valley, and
That's where Kelowna is. If you've heard of Kelowna.
I have.
Yeah.
Kelowna, California.
California. Yeah.
I used to go out to the Okanagan every summer,
And
and then the place we went to burnt down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a few years ago.
Did you start it?
Lake Okanagan Resort. No, I was. How'd you know that? I was at home. I
swear to
I
God.
did not start a fire. But yeah, the Lake Okanagan Resort burnt to a crisp.
Damn.
Yeah, so I don't know what they're doing with the land now. I would hope they'd rebuild some sort of resort. It used to be a blast.
Condos with shops at the bottom.
Yeah, and a little tiki bar. It's really fun. It's very beachy, very hot. It's close, not super close, but it's relatively close to the only desert in Canada, Osoyoos.
Soyuz, yeah.
I've talked about Osoyoos a lot lately.
You have?
We have.
Like you and me?
Yeah. I think so. We're
I
talking
think-
about it like the other. Okay.
I think you're talking to someone else about
I
Soyuz.
think
I think this is the first time I've said a Soyuz in like
A
at
Soyuz.
least 10 years.
Wild.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'm going crazy.
Yeah.
We're in an episode.
Mm.
But yeah, love it out there. How
Yeah.
did we get on this?
Places we've been.
Right.
Kelowna, something about a fire. And,
yes. Okay. What is your favorite place that's not Ottawa in Canada? Or let's say not Calgary either. Where else have you been or explored, Mo?
I just got back from a little trip in the East Coast. We went
Nova
all over.
Scotia or?
Yeah, every Maritime except for Newfoundland and Labrador.
Okay. Did you see any whales?
I did. Yeah, we went all the way to Digby in Nova Scotia.
Great name.
It's on the Bay of Fundy, and we saw a few whales there. Very lucky to see some whales splashing around.
Humpback, I take it?
What's that?
Were they humpback whales?
They were. Yeah, exactly.
Those are my favorite.
Yeah, those
Except for
were
killer whales, those are my favorite.
Whales.
Humpbacks are a close number 2.
Killer whales scare.
To answer your question, I do like Montreal quite a bit as far as urban places go. Quebec City is also a really nice place. I mean, there's so much to see, so much nature. There's a bunch of waterfalls around there, and
That's cool.
obviously the main touristy places, cobblestone streets, and the interesting infrastructure, the interesting architecture that they have going on there. And,
It's old.
yeah, and during Christmas time, the city just lights up. It's full of tourists. You got all these Christmassy things going on, which really give the city a lot of beauty. It's hard to pick one. Halifax was nice because the food scene in there is amazing. Every restaurant that I went to completely blew me away. Yeah, as far as cities go, outside of Ottawa and Calgary, I'd give it to maybe Quebec for sightseeing. And maybe Montreal for just urban niceness.
The vibes.
Yeah.
That's cool. I've never been further east than Saskatchewan, so.
This is
flown
kind of
into
interesting.
Toronto, but I've never explored past.
Okay.
I'm Western.
Yeah. Yeah.
Western built.
Western build jeans.
Where you guys at?
I was just gonna say, Mo before this trip had never been past Ontario.
Yeah.
Or east of
Okay.
Ontario.
Interesting.
So we got an interesting two worlds colliding here a little
Yeah.
bit. Mo, I'm curious. What you've been here since Friday? What have been your initial thoughts about Calgary as a place? But you've also met a couple different Calgarians now. So Calgary as a place,
And Calgary is a people.
and Calgary as a people.
It's tough to say, man. It's as far as the people go, I think it takes a few months to get a sense of what
Too soon.
that's like.
Too soon to tell.
Yeah, because we're having to generalize, and to generalize, you got to meet at least a couple dozen, maybe over 100.
Yeah. Need more data.
Yeah, exactly. But obviously very open from what I've seen so far. Everyone that I met here was very warm and welcoming. The city itself is what I expected. You got nature very close that people come from all over the world to see. I lost count of the number of foreign license plates that we've seen parked up at some of these-
Especially at Banff. Yeah.
Oh yeah. People just shipping their vehicles all the way from different parts of Europe
Yeah.
to see this place. So it's breathtaking beauty all over the place. Just a short drive away from the city, which makes it a really good place to live. Overall, you get that balance between urban life and nature. And we just had a little drive around downtown. It looks like a city that has a lot of character. That's what people expect out of Alberta. It's you strap your own boots kind of mentality. Yeah, don't.
brother.
Yeah,
brother.
Well,
the don't tread on the ethos, that kind of Western mentality, the cowboys, the rough it out kind of guys. Maybe it's just all in my head, but I do get a bit of a sense of that around the city when we drove through it. But it's got a lovely skyline. It's easy to walk through. Doesn't seem to have too much traffic. Doesn't seem too crowded. It seems like a pretty well designed city. And once again, you're surrounded by mountains and some of the most beautiful parks and lakes in the world.
What did sorry to cut you. I'm curious what you thought about. What are some things that you've experienced here that you wouldn't have expected?
Nothing yet. Everything's been according to plan, really. I just
Good.
came here expecting some really good nature, a nice city to walk and drive through, some nice welcoming people.
I'm glad that
Got all that.
Calgary was able to deliver.
Yeah, absolutely.
In my view, I think Calgary is a top 5 city in the world, and that's maybe I'm not completely partial in that.
Yeah, that doesn't sound biased at all.
But when you look at these studies and polls and graphs, Calgary's almost always ranked top 10 in a lot of these different categories, whether it's by I'm not entirely. I can't remember the exact polls off the top of my head, but they are there. I will Google it and reference it in the link.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't think of any negatives, to be honest, so far about this city. If I were to move here, I don't think I'd be mad about it. You know, I am happy in Ottawa. I like the way it runs. It's a very balanced life. There's quite a bit of nature there as well.
Well, what I've heard about Ottawa too is that it's a similar vibe in terms it's big enough that it's a city, but it's not too big. It's small enough that you can raise a family, be comfortable and safe and secure, kind of like Calgary.
I've heard similar things.
Yeah, it's a good way to describe Ottawa. It's a very nice city. Calgary has seemingly all those things, where it's not too big, not too much of not too chaotic, and you guys have some big traditional events like the Stampede. And it's apparently more affordable to live here. And I don't think the salaries are much lower.
What was your thought today at brunch when there was no sales tax? Or no...
provincial sales tax.
Provincial sales
That
tax.
felt good. I felt really good. Usually, I hold my breath and expect the bill to be much greater than what is on the menu, but in this time it was actually much closer.
There's an aha moment. You're just like, oh, nice.
There we go. Yeah, it felt good. Yeah, overall, more affordable in addition to all those things that I mentioned. It seems as though real estate is still a bit more affordable, although a lot of people are moving here, which is probably going to drive the prices up of rent or housing in general. So that remains to be
seen.
But good place.
Okay. Mo, what was your...
What's your professional life been like so far?
Good one.
Yeah, I started off in sales. I always knew that sales would have been something I at least wanted to try. And right out of university, I finished my bachelor's in business tech, which is everything business analysis, data science. Those are the kinds of fields that I had studied to get into. So I ended up in tech sales for this tech company that we alluded to earlier, a company that produces concrete testing equipment, and did sales for them for a year and a half. And that was fun. It was draining. It was out of my comfort zone, but I was surprised to experience a fair bit of success in it. And right as I was getting tired of it, I got offered a promotion to work in a more analytical role for the sales team. So it was a data analyst position within the sales team. And I did that for the better part of a year before getting laid off, and then finding another company to do that with a couple months later, and then getting laid off again after a couple months of working there. So
for the listeners out there, Mo and I got laid off the same day in the first role.
In the first role, and I was lucky to find one really quickly after, but that didn't pan out too well. Learned a lot in both companies, and I think where I'm headed is more on the analytical side of things, which is going to be tough because I'm going to have to keep up with the rapid changes of AI and whatnot, because if you're not on that wave, then you're just going to be left in the dust. So that'll be a challenge professionally to navigate. At the moment, I'm just really enjoying life. I mean, I've been working for a total of about 3 years now, outside of university, after university. And I've been chilling for the past 2-3 months, traveling around. That was my opportunity to go see the East Coast and now the West Coast. And I plan to travel and see a couple more places as well. Do a bit of soul searching, do a bit of thinking about my career and where I want it to go, and perhaps, go the entrepreneurial route, because if not now, then when? So that's where I am professionally. A couple years of experience on the sales, customer-facing side, and on the back-end analytical side, and we'll see what comes next.
What's your dream gig?
Oof. I'm a big fan of comedy,
Yeah.
I haven't tried it myself. I haven't tried to either be a writer or a stand-up comedian or anything like that, but I'm obsessed with comedy in general. I listen to a lot of comedy podcasts.
Awesome.
And I watch a lot of stand-up, whatever specials come out from my favorite comedians. I like to watch those. I think a dream gig, and I haven't even tried my hand at it, but something in that space, whether it's writing for a show, crafting jokes in any way, seems like it'd be really fun, because it's a job where you're meant to make others laugh, and as a consequence you probably laugh a lot while you're doing it. So it just seems like Gale time. It's just coming up with jokes all the time. That would be cool. Dream gig. That's something I think would be fun. Otherwise, it's tough to say.
Have you ever thought of mixing, and this is just me spitballing here, mixing what you studied in university with something comedy related?
I haven't. I don't know what the intersect would be between those two. But
Nor do I. I was just thinking, what if you were able to
mix them up?
to bake it up.
I haven't thought
collide worlds. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure those comedians maybe need a bit of analytics or whatever. I don't know
how to market views and just more engagement farming.
Yeah, I become one of the suits in that industry. Yeah. Maybe.
There's a lot of good comedy coming out of it. It's a lot different.
Yeah.
I would say. I mean, I don't watch a ton of comedy. I really like, some of my favorite stand-up comedians and shows, but typically I lean to a bit more dark and serious tones for entertainment, but I do love comedy.
What does that mean, dark and serious tones for?
Like if I'm watching something or a movie.
Oh, like a drama action or something.
Yeah,
like Game of
exactly.
Thrones or something dark. Yeah.
But I do love
violence.
And violence.
Yeah.
It's great when you can mix both.
Yeah.
Body, Barry.
Yeah. Mo's going to Dominican Republic.
Yes.
And I was saying to him, there's on Netflix. There's a boxing match being promoted.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be live on Netflix.
Canelo and Crawford.
Yeah, and Mo's gonna be in the Dominican.
Is that where
when that happens? No, it's not gonna be there.
Is it in Vegas? It would make sense if it was Vegas.
I have no idea, but I told him that he should go watch it out there. Because I feel like it's a masculine, any masculine culture. There's
Do you like?
I love violence. I'm speaking for myself. I love.
Do you like sports like UFC or boxing?
I love the UFC, man. Every main event or every major
card.
UFC main card, I like to watch.
That's something Mo and I did together outside of work. We went to go watch UFC.
Hell yeah! Okay.
Yeah.
This is okay. So for both of you, we'll start with Mo.
Yeah.
Who would you put on your Mount Rushmore of UFC fighters?
Oh man, I'm not much of a connoisseur. I do enjoy watching the fights.
Even just some of your favorites.
I know a lot about the more recent ones, but as far as the old ones, I do hear a lot about John Jones, and I saw 2 of his fights. He's undeniable, obviously. I mean,
He's a killer.
He just finishes fights like they're nothing these days.
Yeah. He's the youngest UFC champion of all time too.
Yeah, that's something. Most defenses, I'm sure, out of anyone.
That's a good first pick, because I think that's the best of all time.
Yeah,
He's not a good guy, but
he
is the best fighter of all time, in my opinion.
Sure. I think that's hard to argue against. As far as the landscape today, the ones that I'm most excited about are obviously the ones at the top that seem like they're just impossible to beat. You've got Islam Makhachev, you've got Ilia Topuria, and Khamzat Chimaev. Those guys seem pretty untouchable.
They're all
especially
lights out.
Especially Khamzat. I mean, he just ragdolled the champion. It was
Duplessis.
close. Yeah, Duplessis.
Yeah.
Duplessis, who was a menace for a
Big
very long
South
time.
I watched. I think the one that we watched was the Duplessis.
Maybe. Was it
How do you say his name?
Dricus Duplessis?
Yeah, Drake's.
Okay.
It's
No.
like D-U-P-S-C.
I think we watched Alex Pereira fight, what's his name? Prohaska.
That was
Oh,
a good
okay.
one.
When he
He's
Okay, it must have been another one that I was watching.
Have you guys heard the story about the Prohaska Perrier fight?
No.
It's hilarious. So, and this is the guy from Prohaska. Where's he from again? Czechia, yeah. He thinks that Pereira is able to like conjure like his gods and his spirits. So before the fight, he was like, no funny business. Let's just fight, you and me, man to man. And prepare.
No witchcraft.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much. And he was freaked out. And Perry is like, I'm going to do what I do. And just let him stew on it. And then he beat him before. Beat him again. But, yeah. It's hilarious. He's like, please don't, like, summon anything. I thought that was hilarious.
That's funny. I didn't know that.
Yeah, quick round two knockout, kick to the face.
Yeah,
That was really something.
He's a killer, too. He hits the hardest.
Yeah. Yeah, his division is the one that I think is more interesting now because you've got the rivalry between him and Ankalaev.
Yeah.
Ankalaev is tough because he's got the grappling and everything.
Yep.
Those are the only. I think that's the only division where you've got two people that are actually close. You know, you've got Islam and Ilya and Hamzat that are just light years above everyone else in their division. I think actually heavyweight. If John Jones were to come back and fight Tom Aspinall, that'd be pretty cool.
He is my favorite fighter right now.
Tom Aspinall?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's cool.
Or Deporte.
Yeah.
Those two.
Those guys are nice to watch.
My favorite fighter of all time is obviously GSP.
Yeah.
Canadian boy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so okay.
Okay. Now, unfortunately, I didn't get to watch to combat sports for I think 2021.
So
That's
around
around
the
when I
time
started to-
early into being here.
Yeesh.
No.
2 years in, 3 years in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I started doing some jiu-jitsu classes and then
Really? I think that's sick.
It's cool. It's a lot of fun.
It's a very important life skill too, to be able to handle yourself,
Yeah.
which I think is, it can be kind of scary for some people, but it's just a good life skill to have.
I took fencing when I was 5 years old. I won the fencing tournament. Actually, I think I was 10.
Get you a stick and
I won the year-end tournament. So if
Yeah.
anyone challenges me to a duel, I'll be prepared.
do you remember doing it?
I had no idea. That's really cool.
Did either
It's
of
a
you
fun
do it in
fact.
high school? I know we did it in like
In gym class, yeah.
gym
but,
class, not as a serious thing. But
fencing.
fencing.
Okay, I thought you were talking jujitsu. I said I
Jiu-jitsu. I was
did
like-
wrestling in, I think, grade 8 or grade
Yeah.
9. But no, I went to one jujitsu thing at university. It was like a jujitsu meetup, and I just,
Was it tough?
I got wrecked, right? Like I was partnered up with like a guy who's like had done it his whole, had done it way more than me. And so he's just like, okay, do this and then do that, and then I just like, then I'd be on the ground, and then I'd be on the ground again. No, we weren't, because we weren't. I didn't know enough to like actually like spar someone
Yeah.
or wrestle with someone, or what do they call it? Roll with
Grappling.
someone. Yeah, grappling. It seemed like it could be fun, but I don't know. I was doing other stuff at the time as well too, so it didn't really work out.
In my somewhat learned opinion, I think jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai are the two
Yeah.
best disciplines, especially if you train both.
Agreed.
I mean, most fighters nowadays are super well-rounded. There are some that have their wrestling background or their striking background,
Yeah.
but you're gonna be versed in most.
Who's
I shouldn't say most?
Eric? Who's your Mount Rushmore of fighters?
Anderson Silva, John Jones, not in any particular order, Khabib and GSP.
Nice.
Those would be my four.
Yeah.
Anderson Silva, back in the day, he was just a freak, and he was winning so much and so easily against a lot of people. You know who almost beat him, though, was Chael Sonnen.
I like Chael Sonnen. I like Chael Sonnen's personality.
He was winning that fight for like 90% of it, and they got tapped out at the very end.
Oh dang!
And I was like, I really would have liked him to win. He's a good guy.
I like Chael. Chael Sonnen? Because what was it back in the Pardon My Take?
Yeah.
He would go on Pardon My Take or like on ESPN, and he'd get in the fight with
My favorite interview.
I like those.
Revolving fighters. Was a Floyd Mayweather interview, and it was from back in like 2009 or 8, and the context of the interview. So Floyd Mayweather is just knocking people out, and he's winning all of his fights. Not necessarily knocking everyone out, but he's winning a lot. But at the time, so is Manny Pacquiao, and they were about the same size, like pretty much. They're in the same weight class. And this guy, he's like, yeah, so when are you going to fight Manny Pacquiao? And Floyd's ducking him the entire time. He ducked him for years until his shoulder was fucked up. And then he fought Manny Pacquiao and won in decision. But, I mean, in my personal opinion, I think Manny Pacquiao is better than Floyd Mayweather. If you look at both of their careers stacked up against each other, it's Manny.
Oh, yeah.
But, sorry. For the whole
Okay, I remember seeing an interview with Mayweather where he was going at it with a journalist. I think the tagline was, "Oh, your job don't pay like mine." Or something like that.
Yeah, that's the interview.
He was good. He was a good talker. That guy Mayweather. He knew
Oh.
how to rile people up and sell a fight.
Yeah, that's like Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
He's running for parliament.
Conor McGregor in Ireland?
Yep.
Nice.
He put out a Instagram post the other day.
Well, all about running?
Yeah. It was like,
He had a...
we go to stop the corruption. It's like, oh my god, it's like,
I feel like he'd win. I bet he
in
has a chance
politics
of winning.
nowadays, who fucking knows? Like, he totally could.
Yeah.
He's very popular. He's got a lot of charisma too.
Yeah,
Super
he's
good.
got swagger.
Yeah.
He doesn't look the same though. I feel bad for him, in a way. Because he's done like a lot of blow.
Oh, yeah.
He's been like, well, they did that movie Roadhouse.
Yeah.
That was with Jake Gyllenhaal
Yeah.
I watched that.
and Conor McGregor. And during all the press and the interviews leading up to that release of that movie, he was just like sitting where we are now with a green screen behind him, doing interviews, and he's just like jittery the whole time, just like tweaking out a bit. But he was a very fun fighter to watch.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when he knocked out Jose Aldo in 12 seconds.
I was cheering for McGregor in the Khabib fight.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah.
That was October 10th,
I wanted
2018.
McGregor to win.
Or October 8th.
I think it was good. It was cool that
It was
Khabib
the
won,
8th.
but I was kind of like... I bought into his swagger.
Yeah,
I
and
liked
then,
it.
and then Khabib's buddy, his friends, jumped in the ring and started punching McGregor.
Oh yeah, they were intense. Yeah.
It was
He's
crazy.
a shit talker.
That's one of the craziest UFC events I've ever seen in my life, just because like it was pandemonium.
Yeah. And then I don't know if it was after or before, but McGregor like had the chair where he threw it
That
at
was
the,
before,
at the bus.
leading
Oh,
up
yeah.
to.
Yeah.
He heard someone
Yeah.
doing that, and then Khabib was pissed.
Yeah.
And he called Khabib. Yeah. Anyways, lots of trash talk that man has to say.
Was that maybe the most emotionally charged fight, you think?
You know what? That's a great question. There's been a lot of very intense feuds and rivalries, but I don't think. I think the McGregor Khabib one kind of came to a different level.
Yeah.
Because it really started involving family like directly.
Yeah.
And religion.
Mm.
And it was just like,
Holy
holy shit,
war.
this is gonna be a war.
Yeah.
And then Khabib,
He's
like,
not like Eve.
yeah, and then Ultra-80s.
We watched
Khabib hurt.
last night. Mo and I watched
Dune 2.
because after the hike we were both tired and sore, so
You guys watched Dune 2?
we watched Dune 2.
That's one of my favorite IPs ever.
And Dune 2. I was like,
It's so
that was probably my 5th time watching that movie.
yeah.
And then
awesome.
and then right after, because we were like still tired, and we we had some people over. We had my neighbors over for pickleball again. They came over. Is this for me? Oh, thanks.
Thank you.
And we were waiting for them, and then they were like, "Oh, we're gonna be a little bit later." And then, and then I was thinking of Timothy Chalamet, and I was like, "We should watch The King."
Chalamet.
And so we watched that.
You guys watched The King too?
Yeah, we watched The King.
That's a brilliant movie.
Great
I
movie.
think European
Back in England.
and like history is so fascinating,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to like
The war.
the wars between
And the
England and
politics.
France, and it's a true story. And apparently they're pretty accurate with like a lot of
The Game of Thrones. Literally.
yeah,
Literal Game of Thrones.
literal Game of Thrones.
It's what Game of Thrones is based off of.
Yeah.
King. All hail King Henry. That's sick.
Yeah.
And then Dune is like so cool.
Yeah.
I think the best part of that movie is the end when he fights Fade,
Yeah, that's
and that's
yeah.
Austin Butler. It doesn't even look like him. He's like
What does he do? May
Kiss.
my knife chip.
shatter.
May is it may
May thy knife
may
chip
thy knife may not
and shatter.
and shatter.
May thy knife
Listen up,
and
you.
shatter.
Listen all of you. I love the dad in that one. The listen up again.
Oh, Javier Bardem.
Yeah.
Stilgar.
He's so dark. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Denis Villeneuve, he's Canadian. He directs it. He's from Montreal. He's brilliant. He has to be one of the best. He's directing the new James Bond movies. Like, it's crazy. And he has one more Dune movie coming out.
Yeah.
Next year.
I looked that up because
Dune.
this is a bit of a spoiler alert for people, but
spoiler.
spoiler for like in the Dune books.
Yep.
Have you
I've read.
Okay. In the sequels.
I don't think they're gonna do
the sequels.
Yeah.
Because in the sequel, like in the
Which
Dune the books, like
Dune Messiah.
Dune Messiah, and the other one,
Children of Dune.
it's not Paul that turns into
The worm.
worm creature. I think it's his son that eventually
I'm
turns
not
into the
entirely
worm
sure.
creature. But it gets like very
Existentially psychedelic.
yeah, exactly, and like very sci-fi. So I'm curious what they're gonna do with this third one.
I
If
think
they're gonna
they're gonna change it. They have to. In my
yeah,
opinion.
it gets I don't know.
Like
It's
at least I think in
Yeah.
some sort of direction. They're gonna want to tie it up with a nice bow. So
yes.
I think they'll really lean into the galactic war aspect of it
yeah.
versus they'll definitely like I don't know we'll see. There's a have you read the Dune books, bro?
I'm not.
They are good, but they're long.
I remember towards the end they were teasing a holy war of sorts.
Yeah, so I think that's what they'll lean into with
The
third one.
Butlerian Jihad.
And Paul kind of going to the other side of it.
Oh yeah. Oh, the other thing. Spoiler. Not only does the son turn into a worm, okay, he starts cloning Duncan Idaho, and he has like 1 million versions of Duncan Idaho.
He's back in the third movie.
Yeah.
People are gonna be pissed.
It gets kind of. That's why I was like,
Oh,
oh,
wow.
like yeah, don't do too. And then I'm just like, okay, like, are they gonna follow that, or are they gonna?
Well, he's back filming, and he shaved again, which he hates doing.
Oh.
Which he only does it for Denis.
For who?
Denis Villeneuve, the director.
Oh, okay. Okay.
There's like a few directors in Hollywood that garner like a certain amount of respect, and he's one of them. I would say there's obviously a ton of fantastic directors,
Yeah.
but that S tier echelon, he's in there,
Yeah.
along with like Christopher Nolan, Scorsese, Tarantino, David Fincher, like, fuck, there's a lot of really good ones.
Yeah.
So, Steven Spielberg, did I say Spielberg? Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think it'll be really cool. I
Oh.
have the Dune sword as well as the swords from Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah.
That's cool.
May thy knife chip. Shatter. Mo, if Eric and you had to cast us as co-stars in a movie, what would that movie be about?
Wow. I see you guys probably doing a little, going on an adventure of sorts.
Where are we going?
Going across the country probably.
Ooh,
Road
which
trip.
country?
This one,
road trip movie. We gotta get to Ottawa.
yeah.
Okay. What's the premise? Why are we going?
Yeah.
I don't know, you just got. We were fed up with society.
We're
Something like that.
overthrowing the government.
Oh, Mr. Lucky.
you decided the same way that Forrest Gump just decided to start running. You decided to just start
rolling.
Yeah,
Just started
rolling across the country.
The thing about it,
In search of a story or an adventure or something like that.
I like that. I like that a lot.
And how does it conclude?
Man, it's a tough one.
What's the climax? What's the climax of the story?
It's a tough one. I haven't thought that far. What do you think the climax would be of you and Erik walking across the country?
Begin the fight.
Okay.
Interesting. A woman drives a wedge between us.
Oh.
I would like myself to be sacrificed at some point. It's like a bomb, like Gustavo Fring
Okay. Yeah.
in Breaking Bad.
Ding ding
Just
ding
like-
ding 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 ding.
Yeah.
Who would you kill?
Turns out the lady was a spy
Oh.
who drove the wedge.
From Morocco.
She's getting and along with me, and then the door will just go. It'll be oh my god, yeah, lots of Writing a screenplay is hard.
And then and then you find out that she drew a wedge between you because she was after something that Raiden had, and she was about to hurt him, and you heroically step into the room, or right as she's on her way to get him, you're there,
intercept.
bomb ready, and you sacrifice yourself for your boy.
Or it's like I have a paddle from like pickleball. Still
Oh,
on,
nice.
and someone like she throws the bomb and I fucking hit it back at her.
Oh.
It's just a bunch of C4.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
is it, I think that was the camera dying.
It died.
Yeah, but we got backup, so we're
Oh,
good.
yeah, we're good.
So, okay.
Would you guys ever want to be like
An actor?
involved in like the entertainment industry?
Well, I kind of am right now.
Well, yeah.
But like more so like trying to
As like an extra or like even an actor.
I actually have been an extra. I was an extra. So my girlfriend's brother, I don't know where he found it, but he found like a Facebook group
of
extras, and he got in, and they do a lot of filming at Carleton University. They use that as like a set for a bunch of different like
that's like
productions. Yeah.
When we were filming our most recent show in the winter, we were filming at MRU all the time.
Yeah. So we did it, and then he was like, "Oh yeah, it was good," and he did one, and he had the guy from This Is Us, the movie star in This Is Us.
The blonde guy?
Yeah, the blonde guy. He was in that.
Kevin something?
Yeah. And then he was like a soccer player as an extra.
Okay.
Kind of thing. And you get if you are doing like a special thing, you get paid more. So
did you get to do a special thing?
No, I didn't get to do it. I almost got to do a special thing.
Oh.
They picked me and this one other guy, and I was super flattered. I was like, okay, when this guy told me this, I was like, I'm gonna be a fucking movie star. Okay, so we're in this like group, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, this guy will do, and this is what I'll do. Okay, you're gonna be the hot guys who check out the girls as they drive by. And then I was like, I'm like,
no big deal.
this is my break. This is my big break. And so me and this guy we're supposed to be walking down, and then they drive past in a car, and they have this car rigged up with like a camera on it, and they drive past, and then I try and do my thing of like checking them out, and then they do one take, and they were like, you could hear on the radio, how was that? He's like, bad, let's try that again. And then, because I think we were looking in two different places. And then
it's like when there's multiple people taking a picture, and it's like one guy's right here.
Yeah, exactly, literally. And then I don't know how to really so I was like, like, I don't know, he never gave me feedback, but the guy was like a French guy, right? So he had like a thick, I don't know if it was French or Quebec accent, the director, and then they do it again, and they come by, and then we do it again. Pretty sure we're both looking in different directions again.
That's so funny.
And then the guy's like, and then you could hear in the radio, how was that? And the guy's like, worser. And then it's like, okay, moving on.
Worser.
Yeah, and I was like, oh man, I blew my big break.
Well,
There's so much shame. I was like, oh no.
you just blame it on the actor.
Yeah, but the movie that came out was called the Secret Cheerleader or something like that, and it was like I don't even know, like a Hallmark movie, but the premise was kind of an interesting premise. It was this girl's a cheerleader, and then she starts seeing this older man because he's paying her money, and then at the end, they like do something to out the guy that he was paying her money to sleep with this guy, pretty much. And so it's an interesting premise, and I am in it for half a second. You can see the back of my head.
Nice.
And my girlfriend at the time, you can see it. She's walking down a hallway.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So that was cool. I was thinking. I was actually thinking about this. It changed my whole perspective on extra work, on extras in movies. So now whenever I am watching a movie, not always, but sometimes I'll be like looking at extras. And I'll be thinking, I'm like, I wonder what they're doing to entertain themselves on set right now.
That's hilarious.
Like, what are they thinking, or what conversations are they having with the other actors? And when we were watching Dune 2 yesterday, there's like the shot of when he's fighting is it Fade Rotha or
Fade Rotha?
Fade Rotha. There's a scene where it goes over to Zendaya's character, and it's like looking at her. Like, it's like her looking at Paul really intensely.
When he gets stabbed?
I think it's before. I think it's either before or after.
Gets kicked to the ground.
But it's like a really intense shot, and there's like a guy there, like in the background, like one of the warriors, and he's kind of like, he's just kind of a normal face.
Yeah.
I guess I should go over here, just kind of normal face. And then he kind of looks, and it looks like he's looking as if he was looking at like Paul Atreides as well.
Yeah.
But it also kind of looks like he's looking at the camera. And I always thought to myself, it made me think like, if I was that guy, I would be putting this scene on all the time and telling people that's me.
Yeah.
See that guy looking at the camera?
Yeah, that's me. Yeah.
That's big.
Part of my
That's
sizzle reel.
big scene to be a part of.
Yeah.
I respect extras a lot.
Yeah.
They get a lot of shit.
Oh yeah, for sure. So yeah, that was funny. Mo, would you ever be an extra or an actor? Or well, you've thought about stand-up comedy. You were saying.
Yeah, I mean, being an extra sounds like it'd be a worthy experience. I mean, like you said, you're on a set, probably learn a number of things, and you get a completely different perspective and a different level of respect for how movies are made.
It's crazy.
Because you're up close and you see all the work that goes into it, a lot of coordination and stuff like that. I'd like to be an extra at some point. Acting, I don't know. Just being in the public eye is not something that I'm too thrilled about in terms of, the way I'd like to live is...
Yeah, you don't want the paparazzi coming after you.
Exactly, it's the more
You want the anonymity.
yeah, the more successful you are in that industry, the more problems start to arise that seem to fall beyond your scope of control. It's like there's all these people that know about you, that watch you, that want to know about your personal life and stuff like that. And the more you win, the more you lose, and the more normalcy you lose.
But isn't that just the cost of greatness?
Well, you could be great, but I'm pretty sure we don't know who handles the supply chain of BMW. Like, that guy's probably,
There's only a few people that know about that guy.
A gazillionaire?
Yeah. He's probably a gazillionaire, and he does things that are just impossible. He's got a number of different versions of cars that he has to figure out, okay, how many do we produce? How do we ship them out across all these hundreds of different countries and still turn a profit? What do we market them as? What do we sell them as? How do we handle all the different currencies and stuff like that? There's probably someone that oversees all these things And that's just one example of someone who's really killing it, but no one knows who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on I forget the question. We'll pass it off to you for a second.
All right. Yeah.
But yeah, it might be worth it.
If
If you reach a certain level of success doing what you like, it might be worth the sacrifice. If actors really like acting, or if comedians really like doing their stand-up.
Oh, sorry. Keep
yeah.
going. I cut you off.
No, that's it. I was just gonna say, if it's what you like to do, it might be worth all the hassle that comes as a consequence.
If you became very wealthy, not to say that you aren't. To listen,
Who knows?
We don't know. We don't know.
Maybe I'm that guy at BMW.
Yeah.
I think I'll little just
An insider job.
Would you, and let's say you had a son, okay? Would you take that son on a trip into the depths of the ocean in a submarine that some guy just made and has never really fully tested?
Hell no. Hell no, man.
Ocean
That's
Gate vibes.
such a terrible idea.
What was his-
You wouldn't do that?
They were in that.
What's his name again? Stockton Rush?
I'm not sure.
I think that's CEO's name. Stockton Rush.
Yeah.
I started to lose a bit of sympathy for those people when I realized that they were looking at the Titanic through a screen as opposed to seeing it for real, because that's just, you could have skipped all of that, just sent a camera.
Well,
It would have been the same
I thought
damn thing.
what was crazy is how much they skirted regulations through loopholes or.
No, screw the
backdoor.
regulations. I mean, this is something that they're playing with their own lives. It's like, if you want to play with your life and take the risk, you go ahead and do that. Like, I don't care what kind of rules you're breaking, because you're the only one that's going to be affected. Although the kid, on the other hand, is like, why are you
He didn't
taking-
even want to go.
Yeah.
Just
the kid,
fucked.
the kid didn't want to go?
Kid did not want to go. He was scared.
Interesting.
Apparently, that's what I've heard.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, at the same time, these are opportunities that you only get once. So if you were to directly see the Titanic through
Yeah.
a glass window, maybe. Yeah, maybe I'd consider it.
Would you, okay, going back, let's do another hypothetical here. If you were the manager, let's close our eyes. You're gonna think, look, I'm the manager. I'm that guy that I just described from BMW. I'm the guy managing, doing all these deals, designing this crazy car system. Is it you who's charging a subscription fee for heated seats?
What?
Or is it someone else in the organization?
Oh, you can't admit
Subscription for heated
to,
seats?
you can't admit to that.
What is that?
That's what they're doing. BMW has started in their newer versions of cars. They're charging a subscription for heated seats. And I thought somewhere there's another pretty critical thing
Just
for
to
a
heat your
subscription.
seats.
To heat your seats.
Yeah.
You can't turn it on anymore. It's gonna disable when you.
It will disable if you're not subscribed.
I would fuck off so fast for that car. It's not even funny.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
In BMW, I'd go straight to
no way.
Audi or Mercedes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hopefully, both of them aren't doing that as well.
So Mo, as the BMW manager, what's going on there?
Sounds like suicide to me. That sounds ridiculous. Is the car gonna have to continue to be connected to the internet all the time for it to know what the subscription status is? And fuck, man, I don't know. I don't know enough about that to comment. But my
All right, that's
I'm
a great
thinking-
that's a great non-answer from a corporate executive right there. That's
Oh
wow.
wait, oh wait, am I playing as the executive when I answer this?
Yeah, but you played it great.
Yeah. Oh wait, yeah. All right.
There's not enough information at this time.
Yeah.
Well, basically, if I was the executive there, I dissed the whole company because I called their idea pretty stupid.
I guess so.
A little overreach.
The share price is tanking right now.
Oh yeah, it is.
Let's
Maybe it's
tank
going
the
up because they're
BMW
expecting me to
stock
change
price.
it.
Oh.
Who knows? Yeah.
Mercedes is better. BMW just starts tanking after we release the Paul.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so Mo, let's go back here a little bit. Let's rewind. What was your first memory?
First memory.
We had some old memories from preschool. being at school waiting for the bus. Must have been 3-ish. Yeah. I just have flashbacks of that area, flashbacks of the playground.
Pleasant memories?
Neutral.
Neutral.
Yeah.
What about you?
My first memory?
Yeah, your first.
My first memory, I think, was crawling. I wasn't a baby, but I was like a little kid. It was Halloween. Or it was a family dinner party. We were at my parents' house, and I was dressed either as a dog or a dinosaur or something. And I was crawling into the kitchen, and there was my 2 grandmothers bending down and waving at me. But I think must have been like 5, 4, 5.
I don't think I can remember my first memory.
No, I must have been younger than that. You remember?
My first?
Yeah, like what's the furthest back you can remember though? Of like a memory.
If you were crawling, you must have been more than 3 years old.
About 4, I think 4 or 5. 4
Maybe,
or 5, I bet.
Maybe
6.
being in like Norway as like a really little kid. Or like in the backyard of my parents' house.
Yeah.
At the time in Mount Royal. I have to think about that. Those 2 are probably that's what I remember from like forever ago. But yeah, I mean, yeah. I think those are the early ones. What are your guys' thoughts on
Pet food.
well,
you know, Eric, thanks for asking.
Getting a pet.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm looking at a tortoise.
Oh, that's a big one.
Yeah. He'd be a little guy, like about the size of my fist. And
Would you get 1 or 2?
I just get 1. And then if he ever got lonely, I'd get him my girlfriend or something.
How do you tell if a tortoise is lonely?
I'll talk to him.
He'll let you know.
I'll get the vibe.
Yeah.
I'll let him eat lettuce off my tummy. And
Yeah. What did you call that? Nonverbal language? At the start, you said there's a
Implicit communication.
yeah, he's got an implicit communication style.
Yeah. Really?
A lot of body language.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard a somewhat relevant story about lonely pets. So we have 2 dogs back home in the farmhouse that my parents recently got. They're brothers, 2 twin brother dogs, and they're still pretty young. They're at that point where you need to start training them.
Yeah.
And we sent them to this place where this guy trains them basically all the time for about a month or so, at least a month. And the twins had been together from since they were born for a good couple of months of life up until that point. And when one of the dogs was taken to that school, basically, the other dog was completely despondent. He was depressed.
He was sad.
All by himself, didn't want to really do much. Just
what kind of dogs are they, by the way?
It's a mix between a Japanese, there's some kind of Japanese breed, a big one,
that's like a Shiba Inu?
Shiba Inu?
Or a Shiba?
Or not it's gray / white, and it's a mix between that and a Malinois. I think it's a Belgian.
Oh, that's
Malinois.
a big dog.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're big dogs. It's a mix between those 2. I don't know.
Those are cool dogs.
I don't know how they're gonna look when they're older, but it's gonna be an interesting mix of the
That'll
2.
be a good looking dog.
Yeah,
What are their names?
They're cute. Marco and Polo.
Marco Polo.
I made it simple
That's a great
for the 2
fucking
twins.
combo name.
Yeah.
I got a name mine like Kendall or something.
Your tortoise.
Yeah, Kendall.
Yeah, after Kendall Roy. Nice.
Roman. But I gotta see him. Then I'll dictate what his name will be.
You gotta finish your story.
That's it. You can tell sometimes when
Pretty long one.
animals will exhibit symptoms of loneliness or whatever else. So maybe it probably won't be as obvious with a tortoise as it is with a dog, but you never know.
I'd rather have a
pick
dog,
up on those.
but tortoises are good backup. Yeah.
Yeah, dogs are so high maintenance.
They are very much so.
And they break shit.
Yeah, and they pee on shit too.
Yeah, they pee on shit all the time.
They poop.
Yep. But they're still man's best friend.
They are.
I saw a hilarious video the other day. It was like horses in the early 1950s. It's like, oh, so your dog's your best friend. Like, we go to war.
Yeah, what about us?
I plow your fields, and dogs are your best friend. Okay, thank you.
That's
Good. It was nice knowing you.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mo, if oh yeah, we've talked about this a couple times. So knowing what you know now that you've been to Alberta, you're basically an Albertan. Should we separate?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Go right ahead. Do your own thing. You've got all the resources. You got some cool people. You got your own culture.
That would be
Why not?
quite
Go for
devastating.
it.
Interesting.
Go
A
for it.
controversial opinion
Yeah.
from
Trying to get BC on board so you got access to the ocean.
I think they.
I think that would be the ideal scenario.
Yeah.
Get BC, infect them with your awesome cowboy lifestyle, and then you've got
most of BC has a very similar culture east of Vancouver.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool. So then you've got most of it down. Just force out
Metropolis.
the rest of them west of Vancouver, and then there you go. You've got an awesome set of two provinces
And
And
Saskatchewan.
access to the ocean.
Yeah, and they'll be easier to run because it'll be smaller. You won't have some federal governments all the way across the
Picking
country.
our pockets.
That's it. There you go. Picking your
Equalization.
pockets, telling you what to do. Fuck it, man. Just give it a try.
I like what
Let's see how it goes.
Danielle Smith is doing right now.
Do it for the story.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
Do
Show
it for
the
the vibe.
story.
Yeah, do it for the
vibe.
vibe.
Yeah.
Why the hell that?
Interesting. That's a
Yeah.
good take.
I'd be interested to see how it goes. I mean, I know very little about the history or politics of this country, so I can't really comment on it. But
Well, I don't know.
Be
You've
very-
been here for
A term and a half.
Yeah.
you've been here for what? Almost 10 years? No.
Yeah.
What did you say at the beginning?
25th.
9
7
years?
7 years.
7 years?
7 years roughly. But I have.
You gotta lay the vibe. You
I gotta lay the vibe, but that's not enough to talk about things that are that serious. That impact the country on such a big
Yeah.
scale.
It's
I haven't
easy.
read
Let's
up-
say, for example, you became like our, like the king of Canada. Where would you place the monument to yourself?
I wouldn't put a monument to myself. I don't think.
Smart move.
I would
Good
wait for.
move.
Yeah. No,
Spoken
other
like
people-
a true ruler.
If you if you do that for yourself, that's just
Most like, I don't want it. Oh, it's like you need to
Yes.
that's asking.
It's like the king. What did
Yeah.
you say? You had a powerful quote. It was like power doesn't.
Yeah, you're not you don't decide to rule. That's not what it is. You're called to do it, and the way you know the way you know that someone's going to be a good ruler is that he's accepting the role reluctantly. People come to him and ask him, "Hey, we need your guidance," and then he goes, "Man, I really don't want to tell people what to do, but I see that I'm being called to it because I have a certain set of skills.
As a leader.
Yeah, so I'm going to do it for God and country or whatever."
A great man doesn't seek the lead; he's called to.
Yeah. So there you go. The same thing goes for a monument. It's like if you're posting a monument for yourself, you're basically asking for veneration, which might not have a ton of backing. It's too biased to ask for a monument to be built
Yeah.
of you, regardless of your accomplishments. I think.
That's a good take. I would follow your lead.
Did you? I'll follow you into battle.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the Queen of Canada getting arrested?
I did see that.
I was dying laughing.
Who got arrested?
The Queen of Canada.
The Queen of Canada.
There's a lady.
There's a lady in like Saskatchewan or something who they're occupying like an abandoned elementary school or something. Her radical conspiracy theorist followers.
Well, that's what you think of them.
That's what I think. That's just the mainstream.
Yeah, that's the
label.
mainstream narrative, man.
Yeah.
Man, that's what the man wants you to
She
think,
is the
man.
queen.
Yeah.
I bid my allegiance to the queen.
Yeah.
All hail queen.
That was like, that was one of the quotes in the movie as well too. Okay. We'll stay away from it. Moving on.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Almost 420. LOL.
So wait. Tell me more about this Queen of Canada. Did she claim the school as her own country?
She claimed.
The abandoned building.
I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna pull up ChatGPT.
Because I know that many people have done that. You know, they call them micronations.
Yeah.
Some people have set up.
You should be able to buy an island and just make your own country.
Yeah, I mean that's a good take in my opinion. I don't see why not. If you own the land, do whatever you want with it.
I feel like that's what they should do with the planets.
Mm.
Like, because now that like space travel is getting more off the ground,
Yeah.
I think they should just be like, hey, like if you stake, because that's what they did, like pretty much like when they were sending Christopher Columbus, okay, plant the flag
Yeah.
and it's yours. I think they should do that for planets where it's just like, okay, you get like, if you plant a flag, you get like X amount of square kilometers around it.
Yeah.
And then there's like an economic incentive to be like, oh, okay, like you're telling me if I fund a space trip to the moon, I could be the owner of, 1 million acres of the southern half of the moon.
Mm. Guaranteed by the UN, which everyone
Knows
obviously
that,
respects.
Yes,
Sure.
obviously respects and they should.
Yeah,
Yes.
which obviously everyone follows the rules to the letter to this
Yeah.
day. Every single country,
Yeah,
without fault,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
bows down to.
It was like less of a Waco situation.
yeah, yeah. It was a Waco situation? No one died.
No one died, but it had the potential to be. Here it is.
What is a wake up situation? Is that when the SWAT team goes in?
Romana
When
Dedulo.
the ATF. No, the Waco's not the ATF. Maybe Waco was the ATF? I think Waco was the ATF. Yeah, pretty much when a government agency goes in and kills you and your family.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh.
Residents.
So they occupied this lady occupied the abandoned building, called herself the queen, and then
Yeah, they had a compound in Richmond, Saskatchewan. She live streamed the arrest as officers entered the decommissioned school where she was and her followers have been staying. She was among 16 people taken into custody. Oh yeah, they're in trouble. They found a lot of guns there too.
Oh, they were amassing an army.
Key point: this Queen of Canada is not a constitutional monarch or recognized official. She's a self-proclaimed figure known for promoting QAnon-linked conspiracy theories and sovereign citizen rhetoric.
That's what the
And
Harkonnen
has no
said about
legitimate or
Moabit.
legal standing in Canada.
They said he was
What?
I said that's what the Harkonnen said about Moabit.
he was a liar.
He's an extremist, a fundamentalist. Cause they can't. The south of Arrakis is uninhabitable.
Wait, who said that?
The Baron,
The big fat guy?
the big fat guy. Yeah. It's uninhabitable. No one can survive there.
And then the emperor's like, but
Yeah.
we found some signs of life in the south. Something like that. I don't know how to do it, Christopher.
Yeah.
Walken.
Christopher Walken.
Walking. Yeah, I'm walking here. No, no, that's the wrong one.
a cantaloupe.
It needs more cowbell.
Yeah.
Who was more cowbell? Was that Christopher Walken?
No, that's
It was Will Ferrell.
yeah, that's Will Ferrell.
I thought Christopher Walken was in that as well too.
Christopher, he might be. Christopher Walken. I gotta know. What do you think you're doing here?
Mm.
It's okay.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not the best. I can do a few really well. Like Rooster Cogburn from True Grit.
Mm,
He's
so-
got- he-
I don't know
he's
that.
like-
Oh, that's
Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges.
You just gotta move your tongue to like the side of your mouth, and you go, well, no. Well, what are you doing here? Or like, oh, hello, family.
Oh, Stitch.
Oh, Stitch. Yeah, I recognize that one.
That's a good one.
That's good.
Yeah, I can do it.
Smeagol.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I showed Mo the remember that video, and it sounded like a Chinese tourist in Bangkok. and with the elk.
Yeah.
Mo, how did that one go?
Why don't you show us? You did a better impression than I did.
Impressions are funny things.
We're being respectful.
Do we do them?
Yeah. Yeah. Mo's got some good impressions for sure. Yeah, he's got a good New York accent.
Yeah?
Yeah. I have to let it.
You gotta let it marinate for a bit?
Yeah, gotta let it invade me.
Yeah.
I'm walking over here trying to eat a fucking pizza. You're telling me I gotta sign this form to eat this pizza. What are you talking about?
That's a good one.
You know who you're talking to.
That's like some Tony Soprano shit. There.
Yeah, it usually goes all Italian. New York is probably the only one that I do.
I'm the boss around here.
Yeah. With all due respect, you got no idea what it's like to be number one.
Yeah, oh my god. That is fucking gold.
I just finished The Sopranos a couple months ago.
Hell
It was
yeah.
nice. I love that
I'm
show.
on it right now. That's sick.
What do you think of the ending? Spoiler alert, Eric, cover your ears.
Oh man, I think I looked it up afterwards, and I think I got the same reaction as everyone else, which is, did my TV stop working? Did you see it?
My internet cut out.
Yeah, something happened, or the recording I'm looking at is just kind of corrupted, or whatever. That was my reaction. I was like, I didn't think that would have been the end. But, by the way, no spoilers in what I just said, or what Raiden just said. It's just a little confusing. A little, you don't realize that it's the end until you look it up, and you go, oh, okay, that's the end. It's an interesting way. I think there's no perfect way to end a series. I think it's nice that they ended it with something quirky like that.
A little unique.
Yeah, a little unique.
Well, it's probably it's a top 3 show of all time.
Yeah, for sure. I think so.
Top 4 too. Top 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right there.
It is.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot right now. It's interesting how they film it though.
Who's your what's your favorite show of all time? You
Game
can
of
only
Thrones.
pick one.
Game of Thrones.
Okay, actually, I'm going to rephrase that question. You are only, okay, there's no TikTok, there's no apps, there's anything, there's no nothing. You can pick one show. It's the only form of entertainment that you can watch for the rest of your life.
Can you read the books?
Nope.
So you can only watch the show?
You can only watch the show.
I'd probably go with Game of Thrones. There's 8 seasons, and for the most part, there's 70 something episodes. So it's like several days of TV.
Yep.
And it's really good. It's really fucking good. And I just nerd out a lot.
Yeah.
What about you, Mom?
I think that's a good choice, even though I haven't seen Game of Thrones past episode 3. It's not because I don't like it.
At least I get to watch something new at least once.
Yeah. I find it hard to commit to a series. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I need to gather some momentum.
Yeah.
And I just didn't do that with Game of Thrones.
It's easier to do it in the winter too.
Yeah, exactly. When they have a lot of time to kill. But Game of Thrones seems to be the fantastical, sci-fi, historical. It kind of encompasses a lot of different things, and it goes on for 7 seasons, so it's long enough.
8.
It covers enough ground that it's like a bit of an all-encompassing show.
Yeah.
I imagine it's also funny.
There are
at
moments
times.
that are hilarious, and there are moments that are absolutely devastating.
There you go. It's the way people describe it to me. It's like it's got the full gamut,
the full
of
buffet
of a show experience.
Yeah.
So I'll go with that just blindly. I'll probably pick that one, and everyone calls it.
Wow, that's a risk.
Yeah, everyone calls it. I mean,
I
I
respect that. I respect that.
It's so often described as the greatest show of all time that I don't think it's a risk at all.
It is.
I know I'll like it. I know if I were to watch it, I would like it, and I'd put it on my top 3.
People, if you'll probably see this along the way, if you do get back into it and you see people hating on season 8, don't buy into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not as bad as people say, and I would die on that hill.
That's a hot take from what I've heard.
I get there's major issues, but it's not like, try to do this without spoiling it. If that was a standalone season of TV, without all the prior stuff, people would be like, this is fucking insanely cool.
Mm.
But
But
that's,
I
you
know
have to put it in that context.
Yeah, which is fair. And I just think it's like, I don't know. I get some of the creative decisions they made were kind of like, what the fuck? But at the same time, there's a lot of redeeming elements.
Yeah. So when you get to that season, just forget all the stuff that you watched before and think this is a different TV show.
Yeah, I mean, I'll at least prepare myself to not enjoy it because so many people have talked so much trash about season 8 that I'll just go into it. Kind of like The Godfather 3.
Yeah.
People talked a ton of shit about The Godfather 3 to the point where I didn't even bother watching it. But if I were to watch it, I'd go, alright, let's just
Take it for what it is.
Yeah, kill time.
Yeah.
Not expect anything.
I don't think I've seen The Godfather 3.
Yeah.
I haven't. I've only seen the first two.
I think a lot of
Look
people
at us.
have.
We're all just knocking it.
Yeah.
Not even trying it.
Yeah.
What is a good question to ask?
Well, it's 4:30. I could go to the washroom.
Okay. Yeah, we should probably want to wrap up.
We'll wrap up today.
Oh, okay. Actually, before we wrap up, I remember I had a great question.
Let's hear it.
Okay. Mo, you're a man of faith to a certain extent.
Okay.
To the viewer out there
Yeah.
who is, maybe curious about Islam,
Uh-huh.
where would you direct them to start?
Man, it's a tough question for me to answer. I mean, I was raised in the religion, and I've practiced it my whole life. But I will say that I didn't really dig deep into the literature of it all. I don't know too much about this or that, so I'd say do as much research as you can and go straight to the source. I would advise that people not listen to the people of knowledge or whatever.
Hmm.
And just get the tools, I guess, to understand what's in the texts, and try to go as technical as possible if you're taking advice from anyone on how to learn any faith, and then use that technical know-how and apply it to the texts, whether that's the accounts of the prophets or the Quran itself. And yeah, I think that applies to Islam and any faith that you're looking to get into. It's a very personal thing. It's between you and God, and you should. And if you're gonna enter some kind of a spiritual phase of your life, you might as well pray while you're doing it. Pray for guidance.
It's important.
And then use your brain. Use your brain, and if it's spiritual, you can't only use your brain, which makes it a little weird.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the gist of it is, don't take anyone's word about a religion as gospel.
No.
And go through it yourself. Study logic, rhetoric, grammar, all these things, so that you can have your own perspective on whatever you're looking at, and hopefully get as close to the truth as possible.
I think that was a great answer.
Thank
I
you.
also have a follow-up there about something you said in there. You said, don't take anyone's word as gospel.
Mm-hmm.
In Islam, is like the word is the Quran also gospel, or is there a different, and if not, if that's just you using that as a figure of speech, is there a word in Arabic that is like, don't take it as gospel, or like a phrase
Like caution.
Yeah, or like don't take it with a grain of salt. It's like both, like they mean the same thing.
What you're asking is the question was, is the Quran considered gospel? Is that it?
I guess, is it called the gospel?
No.
Okay.
No, it's not. That's not how it's referred to as. It's just referred to as the Quran.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, but okay. So you did use it as the idiom. Don't take it as gospel.
Yeah. Just the idiom, just the figure of speech or the expression or whatever you want to call it.
Is there an idiom in Arabic that would be similar to that?
Probably. I wouldn't know it.
Okay. I was just kind of curious about that because I don't know, idioms in the English language are an interesting interesting thing.
If I want to say hello and bye in Arabic.
Assalamu alaikum and ma'a salama.
Masalama.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum means peace on you, and then ma'a salama means with peace.
Nice.
Yeah, and that's so
What-
you,
what
you say
is-
hello and goodbye.
Because I know assalamu alaikum
Yeah.
and wa alaikum salam.
Yeah, that's the response. So it's basically two different ways of saying the same thing.
Okay.
It's like peace be on you,
Yeah.
and then wa alaikum assalam is and
On to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yarhamuk Allah.
There you
is
go.
God have mercy on you.
Oh, wow.
Yes, very well done.
Thank you. All right. Well, okay. How do we say goodbye to the viewer? How do we say bye?
Mo, thank you very much for coming on to the pod.
Thanks for having me.
No, it was
Yes.
a pleasure.
Great honor.
How do you say thank you?
Shukran.
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 Shukran Mo.
Shukran to you and to the listeners.
Thank you, everyone,
Thank you guys.
and we'll see you in the next one. Ciao.
Banging.
All right. And